What's going on, guys? Let's get right into it. All right, so we just had our first burn in this. It's full of ash. We're gonna clean it and try not to make a huge mess of this, all right? So if you guys didn't watch my other video, this is my Timberwolf hot tent stove, all right? And first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna remove these 3 screws. I already removed these, but we're gonna remove this, take this off, set it aside. And we're gonna take out these rods here. I already unscrewed the parts at the bottom to take these rods out. So let's take them out, put it to the side over here. You might wanna wear gloves when you do this because you're gonna get soot on your hands. All right, now let's take the top off. All right, you can see it's pretty dirty, pretty charred. That's why we clean it. All right, and everything's contained to the bottom tray, and I would suggest before you start taking this apart, just kind of shake it a little bit. Make sure all that is on the bottom tray. You are going to get a little bit of mess. That's why, you do it on a table. So we're trying to alleviate the biggest mess we could possibly make, right? So, all right, I'm going to take the sides off here. All right, so we have our tray here full of ash. All right, and honestly, that probably could have gone a lot worse, but since we did it like this, it's all good. All right, so let's go dump this in a garbage, and make sure before you do, make sure this is cold. Make sure, it's been sitting in here for maybe a day or so it's not hot at all. This has been in here for a few days, so I don't have to worry about this, but let's go throw it away. All right, we have our Target bag here that we're gonna dump it in here. If you guys have paper bags, it probably would be a little bit better because these things get holes in them so easily. Just make sure there's no holes in the bottom of your bag because you're gonna have a huge mess. All right. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of debris, some stuff stuck on the bottom. I would suggest don't use anything super abrasive. Maybe use like a sponge or something like that. But that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using, just like a regular dish sponge, that's got the little bit of a abrasive side, but then it's got the soft side. And I'm going to be using just Dawn dish soap for this. You want to make sure you don't use anything with ammonia in it. Especially on the glass. So we're going to be cleaning the glass too, because I mentioned in my other video how the glass got kind of fogged up a little bit from the smoke, but that's inevitable. That's with any wood stove. It also depends on the type of wood you burn. I wasn't burning any pine or anything like that, so kind of sucks that it scored up like this, but that's why we're cleaning it, right? So, all right, let's grab a sponge. You want to use warm water. All right, with your dish sponge and Dawn soap. So let's get to it. We have our sponge. We have our paper towel. All right, I'm going to be using the abrasive side of the sponge just to try and remove this. If you guys want to wear a mask, feel free, because there could be a lot of debris coming up here, but I'm not going to do that. Let's clean the bottom of this. The more you clean this, I believe, the more longevity you're going to have. Let's try that. Let's try cleaning that glass up a little bit. Oh, that's good. It's coming right off of there. It'd be easier if you did take this apart. I'm going to try and do this without taking it apart. That is actually cleaning up pretty well. Probably don't even need a sponge for the sides. Got our paper towel here. And obviously you're not gonna be able to get this perfect. I mean, there's ash and soot in here. It's never gonna be perfect again, but we can at least make it semi-decent for the next time we use it. Probably could have rolled this better. like this. When you're cleaning this off, you want to make sure you get all the soap off that you put on. We're going to show you guys this. I'll show you how good the glass cleaned up. Still got to wipe it a few more times, but honestly, like the inside, this is completely black. Could probably clean it a little bit better, but I mean, I got a lot of the soot off of there, which is awesome. And if you guys are going to use a sponge, obviously use a sponge that you're never going to miss. I would almost carry that maybe in your car if you're going to be using this. If you're going to clean it out in the field so you don't have to do it later, you could do that too as well. Bring a little bit of dish soap with you to clean it right away. And I will say, the quicker you clean it, the easier it's going to be. If you wait, let's say you do a bunch of burns without cleaning it, it's going to be a lot more difficult to clean. The soot isn't going to come off. It's going to kind of cake on there a little bit more. Clean it early and often, as much as you can to prolong the life. We can clean off the rods too here a little bit. They clean up pretty nice. And again, guys, if you don't want to do this, if you just want to empty it, empty the ash out, what have you, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to do this. It is titanium. It's resistant. It's not going to rust on you, I just like to take care of my stuff. I like to clean my stuff. Yeah, these rods clean up. I mean, these rods are pretty dirty, and they clean up pretty well. And honestly, if you clean this early enough, a paper towel will do just fine. Sometimes you don't need soap. Usually you use a Dawn soap if it's caked on there. Maybe if you're doing a couple burns, but yeah, so far with this titanium, the paper towel is just taking this right off, which is pretty nice. There you have it, guys. That is the easiest way to clean your wood burning stove for your hot tent. And I appreciate you guys being with me. I wanted to shout out to my new subscribers and existing. I really appreciate it. I think we're pushing close to 300 subscribers, so we're getting closer to that 500. And again, at that 500, we will be doing a giveaway. I'm excited about that. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. More videos to come. I am going to be doing that mock camping trip in my backyard here pretty soon, so I can't wait for that. So I'm going to clean up, wash my hands, and you guys have a great day and be safe.